Alright guys, welcome back. We're fishing the Slay Nation open event. It is at Lake McClure. Haven't been there for a couple years. I want to say, I think it's 2 years since I've been there. The last time I was there, I think we fished it in the summer and it was just, the water is really low, but now the water is really high, so it's gonna be a completely new lake. We're just going in blind today, so it's just gonna be a lot of junk fishing today. No plan really. The conditions, it's really cold. We do have overcast and we might have some slight rain. We're fishing right after a boat event, so there was a boat event on Saturday, so today's Sunday. It's gonna be tough. Just gonna go and beat the bank, look for some really shallow fish. From what I heard is the water is really muddy. It doesn't matter if it's really cold, you can find shallow fish, especially spotted bass. And yeah, just gonna be doing a lot of junk fishing. Gonna be throwing that spinnerbait a lot, the A-rig. I'd like to catch some jig fish, honestly, but hey, I'll take whatever bites right now, right? So Slay Nation does allow a 10-inch minimum, which is nice because hey man, those 10 inches are probably gonna go a long ways for this event. So I mean, for this lake, I think right now it's taking what, 13 or 14 pounds to win a boat tournament. So I think if we catch 10 pounds today, we'd be doing really good. So the goal is to catch 5 though. I mean, if we break 10 pounds, it'd be nice. You know, we're just gonna go out there, we're gonna wing it, go have fun. I feel really relaxed, which is nice, so don't have to worry too much about a game plan. We're just going out there, let the condition and the fish tell us what to do, right? We're gonna go beat the bank and look for some fish and try to put a pattern together. So hopefully we find something, so stay tuned guys.
Alright guys, just a couple little key notes here. Line out of the water, 3 o'clock. Last photo submission will be 3:30 and 59 seconds. In the countdown, in 3, 2, 1, let's go! Woo!
What's up? You mind if I cut in, or you want me to go around?
You're good.
Yeah? I'm gonna work this bank down. You okay with that?
Huh?
I'm gonna work this bank down. You okay with that, or you want me to go around?
You're good, bro.
Okay. Start the day. That's not a bad one. Let's get 15.5. Alright guys, first keep of the day, 15.5. Starting off with this spinnerbait. I already started off the day with one good one. It's a really good sign, but really just no plan. Just coming out and just kind of fish freely. Stopped at the first cut that is closest to the net. Since this line's in as soon as we blast off. and I don't have my torpedo, so we gotta really work before we got. I'm really used to going fast for my torpedo, but since it's only one motor, I'm gonna just fish for what's in front of me. Gonna work my way to some spots that I fished in the past. But last time I was here was in 2 years ago. We fished the Yak Bass event here, and it was completely different lake. Water level was completely different. So it's a brand new lake to me, and just really gonna have fun, right? You know, we got the skunk on the boat already. Got one, so no complaints at all. Alright, so what did we learn? Don't go all the way in the back of the cut, because they're not back there. So stay on the main lake and a little bit going into the cut, but not all the way in the back. So I guess maybe these fish are kind of working back, because I caught that fish earlier heading into the cut. But you know, spotted bass are very, very hard to read anywhere. So maybe that might just be a random strangler. Who knows, trying to put the piece puzzle together. And looking around, kind of have an idea what I need to be doing is staying on main lake and fishing anything less than 10 feet from what it seems like right now. You know, like bad water clarity, so usually when the clarity is really bad, there's gonna be a lot of shallow fish, or some shallow fish. Those fish will stay there no matter how cold it gets. They'll be up against the bank or less than 10 feet of water. So might just have to run the bank all day long, just running in the waters, and hopefully run across them, right? Just gonna hurry up and hit all this stuff in here and then head on out. Keep running the main lake. Where's my drag so loose? Heck. Oh, that's a good one. What the heck? First cast with a drop shot. And it's a good one. Jeez. Man, that was a complete fail right there. Jack was so loose. That's a good one. Man. The size of that one. That's a good tournament fish for a boat and a kayak. This lake. Let's get 3 3/4 right there. Alright guys, 17.75. That's a really good fish for McClure. Man, got a little word there. You know, the last time I was out, I was using this rod. I was at Bullets Bar, and I don't know why I have my drag set that loose. It's probably when I was putting it away, I'd probably loosen the drag so I can let some line out. But yeah, I forgot to tighten that drag up, and I haven't retied, so I got a little word there. It's a fish. Took clean up, man. Oh, that's a keeper. Yeah, buddy. 5 is gonna go a long ways today. Oh, just barely hooked too. Skin hooked. Yep. The thing about Slay Nation is the keeper size is 10 inches. So that's definitely a 10 incher. Alright guys, keeper number 3, 12.75. Every fish. Man, oh man, took long enough, man. It's a good one too. Yes, number 4. It's a good 16.5 right there. All right. Here she is, guys. All right, guys. Good one, 16.75. Alright guys, we got 4. Looks like we just need to fish slow for that last bite and then go run around and see if we can call out that 12. You know, so far so good. Yes, number 5. Gosh, man. Jeez, that feels good. I knew there's fish here, just had to wait for them. You know, I'm a big fan of the margarita mutilator. I feel like a lot of people's throwing it, so going back to the old school ox blood. I've always done good with ox blood, but kind of got away from it. I do like it. Alright guys, number 5, 15 a quarter. Gosh, I am happy to have that fish right there. Alright, we got number 5, so now we can just take it easy now and enjoy the rest of the day. You know, that was the main thing I wanted, to get 5 on this lake, because, you know, a lot of tournaments are coming out of here, and you look at the weights, you know, it's taking 10 or 11 pounds to do well. I mean, gosh, it's just, you know, just talk to people who's fished this place, and it's hard enough to get a bite, you know? You go all day, and you get maybe 5 bites. But definitely feel good having 5. You know, I don't care what size there, as long as I have that 5. No complaints from me. So from what I've learned, fishing here is wherever you get bit, stick around, and hopefully there's a few more in that spot, because you're gonna go a lot of casts before you're gonna have a bite if you're gonna run somewhere else. So you get bit somewhere, hang around. There's most likely a few more with it, or just in the area. So all my bites today have been coming in less than 10 feet of water. It's you know, I've seen some fish here and there, but they're moving pretty fast. But they've all been in less than 10 feet of water. And when I'm fishing is just pretty much points, mainly points, or just points in general. A lot of this stuff is that newer water, so it's really kind of grassy. Which generally I don't like fishing it, because if you get snagged, everything, fish aren't really always in there. But it's really new water, so the drop shot keeps it slightly above the grass, and I think that's what's getting me those bites. Leave too. That's gonna be a cold fish. It's a good fish right there. Get in the net, buddy. You know, I'm having a great day, you know.
I was just getting ready to leave too, and sure enough, this one goes and bites it. Just been running the same worm over and over again. You see his little teeth marks on this worm right here. Oh, a fish. That came in less than 10 feet today. It's a really good one right here. It's gotta be a 16 at least. Alright guys, good call right there. Gets rid of my 12-incher. The lake is fishing pretty weird right now. The reason why I say that is because it's really hard to get bit out really deep. And this time of year, water temp's still in the 40, like mid 40s. You can still catch them. I mean, me personally, I would rather be out in 30 plus feet catching those deeper fish. But for some reason, they're not out there. Maybe they are, but they're not biting. So it's really hard to go out and fish deep when the water's muddy like this. But when you got muddy conditions, you know, even if it's really cold, you're gonna always find fish up shallow. So from what I found out altogether with today's fishing, fish are on a point going back into a cut, and if they're not, they're on a flat closest to that point. So what this is just a point, but it comes out kind of flat out in front of me right here, and that's pretty much where I'm getting my bites. You notice on the other point I was fishing over there's a point came out, but it was really flat going out, and it had to have that flat around. The main thing was it had to be in 10 feet or less, and those fish were on that 10 feet. And I think a lot of those fish are just pulling up on that for the meantime, and they're really getting up on this newer grass and stuff. You had to have that new grass and a little bit of rock, not too much rock, but just a little bit of it. And the thing is that I'm not getting a lot of bites, but when I do get a bite, it's a good one. Another point. Might help. Help, but take a picture just in case. 14 1/4. Fish back here. Oh, the keeper. There's one on my jig. Yeah, feels like a good one too. That's kind of cool. Check that one out. Right on that flat. There's a flat up there. What it is, it's a point out there. And it comes down, it's really flat out to this channel over here. And when I first came here, I got a bit on drop shot. I drifted down, saw some fish over there. And then I caught one over there, came back over here and made 2 casts. Got a bit on the first cast. We dropped it, second cast. Got him. Some LA custom jig. This is his phantom crawl. Yeah. There's a good call right there with the jig. You can tell these are shallow fish because of nice colors they have. You know, if they're really deep, they'll be really pale, really white, but they got really good colors, so they're up really shallow. Alright guys, that's a good call right there, 16.5. Oh gosh, man, I think almost tricked out of my hand. Oh, what? There's a lot of fish up on this flat. See, it's a point, but it's a flat going back into a cut. That's what they're on, is on this flat. Ah, there's a bite right there. Come on, pick it up. Keep tapping at it. There's a bite. What? There's another bite. See if that one calls. $14.5, guys. Let's give him a different color, a different head. The one stone was a finesse. I'm gonna go with the football. It's a bite. Long little guy. maybe 14 inches. There's a bite right there. Did it take it? Oop, didn't take it. Just picked it up, dropped it. Oh, came back. There it is. Just these little guys left, huh? Fish. Finally got one, Eric. I was like, why aren't they eating this thing? Not gonna help, but it is a bite. 14-inch. Ah, man, what a day, right? Just kind of, I mean, it is 2 o'clock, line sounds at 3, so I'm just start heading back in and fishing the bank all the way in. You know, no complaints whatsoever today. Caught fish. Yeah, no practice, so we kind of figured something out throughout the day. A little pattern here and there. So it was a good day of fishing, honestly. But yeah, just slowly working my way back in, just throwing this umbrella rig, and hopefully I come across a few more. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with my performance today. Had a good time overall. It is windy, but it didn't pour on us, which was nice. The really fun part was trying to figure these fish out. So felt like I made the right choices, and you know, did what I could, you know. Maybe not. Dang, I thought it was a lot bigger than that. Man, he freaking just hit that thing so hard. That was a giant the way he hit it like that. 15-incher. That feels like a good fish. That is a good fish. Oh, that's a kicker. Gosh. Oh, maybe not bigger than my other one, but man, that's gonna help a lot right there. It's gonna get rid of my 15-incher. All right, guys, that's a good call right there. 17 and a half. All right, guys, we're gonna call it a day. We're just gonna run in. I don't want to get late, so just gonna make a long run back. Call it a day. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for California Slay Nation at Lake McClure. The fishing was tough at the beginning. It was really hard to get bit. You know, we got one really early. After that, we just could not get bit. I mean, we tried a whole bunch of things. We threw a spinnerbait, we threw the A-rig, we threw a crank. We grinded a lot with that crankbait. We fished a lot of that slate rock, and the fish didn't seem like they were in it. We made a long run and jumped across the lake and fished one of the main lake points. You know, first thing we pulled up on it, you know, I scanned around with my Garmin Panoptics, and I seen some fish up in about 8 to 10 feet. And I wasn't sure if they were bass, but I pulled out the drop shot and first cast to them, I saw one go down to it. And then I got bit by that fish. And it was actually my biggest fish. It was 17 3/4, a good largemouth. I just stayed there for a while, and I drifted up and down at that point, and I caught one more small keeper. After that, made a run back in that cut, fished another point. And we repeated the same pattern. We stopped on the spot. We saw another fish. And we casted to that fish, and that fish was less than 10 feet too. We just repeated that pattern, and we continued to catch fish throughout the rest of the day. So what I found from fishing Lake McClure is that during that time the fish were less than 10 feet, and they were either on a main lake point that was slow tapering, or they were near a flat that was close to that point, and it had to be in less than 10 feet. So the things that I needed on that flat was, you needed a little bit of that new grass because the water's coming up, so there's still a lot of that new grass, and you know, the stuff that gets caught and everything you drag through. So it had to have that new grass and a little bit of rock, not that big chunk rock or not that slate rock. Those are the things that I was looking for, and every time I pulled up on something that was like that, I caught fish. So we just ran that and continued to catch fish. You know, from what I noticed, as the day continued on, the bite got better and better. I think the bite window had just opened right after like 12 o'clock or something. It was just getting really good. And it sucks to leave the fish biting, because when they were just starting to bite and I had to make that long run back in, I felt like I could have called or caught a few more keepers. But, you know, I'd rather just be back at the ramp on time. So we left a little bit earlier than what lines out was. Overall, we had a good day of fishing. We caught a lot of fish. We had some fun, you know, going to the event blind and, you know, putting the pattern together while you're fishing the tournament is actually very fun. You know, it feels very rewarding. So we did end up in second place for Lake McClure, and yeah, that's gonna be it for this tournament. So hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching, guys.